Hey guys, how's it going? Don't mind this. I had a mole removed. It's fine. I'm good. That was a cosmetic thing. It was just driving me nuts, and now this is driving me nuts. So whatever. Anyway, I don't really know who I am. Let's just rip that band-aid off. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. It's just, I don't know who I am. I've been doing some soul searching lately. Past couple of months or so, I want to say. I'm not absolutely certain. And this isn't scripted, by the way. I just putting that out there so that we know, so that we're all on the same page. This is me speaking from the heart. There it is. Somewhere around here. I don't know where the heart is. Don't tell anybody. Second picked up. Like, I've been working so much lately that when I get home, I am beat. To the point, I don't want to do anything. I just want to vegetate for a few hours and decompress before I go to bed. And when I'm at work, I have all of these ideas flowing through my head. It's like, ooh, I could do something with this. I could make something. You can kind of see that little stack of foam over there. I'm working on something, and we'll get into that. Don't worry, they will probably make an appearance at some point. Anyway, it's just I have so many ideas swimming around, and I don't always have the time or energy to explore some of them. That's why Ultra Despair Girls had such a long hiatus, and I am maybe not profoundly, really sorry about that, I guess I would say. It's not like it's your fault or anything, because, no, you guys are just doing your thing. You watch the videos if you want. I'm not your dad. It's okay. My point is more that I have to figure out who I am. And part of that is just me realizing that there are things I want to do in life that don't necessarily pay the bills. I've thought about it a little bit in this past year and some, but what really clinched it was a song called The Jester by, hold on, let me look that up. Joe Swinson, that's the name. He goes by Thquib on YouTube. I'll put a card somewhere up there. Anyway, it's just got me thinking, that line in the song, my job's to entertain. Sorry, I'm a little breath. That line, I am the jester, my job's to entertain, at the very opening of the song, it got me thinking about what I want to do. I'm not built for the 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, or 11:45 to 8:15. You know how it is. What is a 9 to 5 anymore? How many people actually work one? I'm not built for that. No, I draw a lot of energy and enthusiasm from making people laugh. I like it when they smile, and I think credit where it's due goes to a guy I worked with right after high school. He was an older man, and he said, if I can make one person laugh every day, I feel like I'm doing something right. That resonated with me. And so there's a lot of stuff that I want to do to pay that forward. I want to get back to Let's Playing, but I want to do it in a way that feels more me. And that's part of what this video is. I'm trying to figure out who I am. I think what we're going to do, I'm bringing Final Fantasy VII back first and foremost. It was admittedly kind of a boneheaded move to be like, oh, yeah, you know what? We're gonna go side by side to compare. Guys, Rebirth is the remainder of Disc 1 of a 3-disc game from 1997. There are 2 discs left that they're planning to cover in the last game, whenever it comes out. And silly as it sounds, I think it's a little better if we just knock it out so that you guys have that side-by-side comparison, because I realize the 1997 version is not exactly accessible to a lot of people, and that's not a problem. Like, not everybody grooves with turn-based combat with the ATB system, which... Does that make sense to a lot of people? Just, waiting your turn for a gauge to fill up and then choosing your action from there? I mean, I get it. It does make you think in the moment. There's a bit of strategy there. But it's not for everybody, and I get that. That's valid. But I still want people to be able to look at the original and go, oh, that's what they were doing here, or oh, that's what they changed. You know what I mean? There are a lot of games that I would like to talk about. They're games that mean a lot to me. But if I'm doing this, and credit where it's due, I got the idea from Proton John. Just the way he goes into a lot of detail about the games he covers, like Yoshi's Island, Super Adventure Island 2, just to name a couple more recent ones, where he talks a little bit more about some of the neat things you can do in-game, where applicable. If I ever cover Ocarina of Time, I'd love to talk about doing a super slide, or the infinite sword glitch, or some of the crazy stuff you can do to navigate the water temple without the iron boots, which I had to do when I decided to try a randomizer once. That was a good time, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I know, my head's tilting a little bit. This is an awkward angle. I've got a 3-monitor setup. So I've got one here, one in front of me, and then one over here. So bear with me. I'm still figuring things out. 32 years old and still learning every day. But I have some other ideas I'd like to work on. I was watching H-Bomber Guy's Plagiarism in YouTube video again recently. I've watched that maybe 5 or 6 times at this point. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a very small part of me that sees the way some of his examples did what they did. I'm not going to go into all the detail here, but the fact that they were able to make money hand over fist, and there is a very small part of me that goes, you know what? That's an idea. But no, I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to go into video essays or anything like that, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to credit sources. And I'm going to have fun doing it. At the end of the day, this is my channel. I do this for me. And I do this for me because I like making people smile or laugh. Or just showing them something neat. If I can, to adapt what my coworker once said, if I can make people go, that's actually pretty cool, then I think I've passed on some good information. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people think more about the world around them. Do you ever look around and go, man, that's really neat, actually? Do you ever, if you've sat on a plane before, have you ever actually looked down and thought about how far we've come with that? Do you look at mushrooms in a grow bed and go, man, there's a whole world living underneath us? I just want to bring some perspective into the world, So, yeah, I think that's all I got. Thanks for hearing me out, guys. Thanks for sticking with me as long as you have, through thick and thin, as it were. Through all the absences, which, again, I got nothing. I am burned out at work. There's no other way of putting it. I'm burned out and it's bleeding into my personal life. But I want to fix that. And I know it's going to be a long and winding road, but we'll navigate it together, okay? Hey, as ever, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hearing me out. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Catch you later. H-Bomb had a lot of really heartfelt stuff to say at the end of that video, and for me, I take some comfort in that. I want to do right by him. I will be right back.